Alright, you're welcome. In this video we're going to be talking about how to create an external style sheet. In our previous videos we have used the internal style sheet. There are three ways to use your style sheet. In our previous video we used the internal style sheet. Of course, in this video we're going to talk about the external style sheet, and there is also an inline style sheet which we are going to talk about in our future tutorials. But in this particular video we're going to be focusing on the external style sheet. So let's get right to it. Okay, I'll just quickly delete this. We don't need this right now. Okay, good. You remember in our HTML video we created a folder for our website. Okay, so we are going to be returning back to that folder now in creating an external style sheet. The first thing we do here is to create, simply right click on new and create a test document. Right, we have that test document now. You open up your test document. Okay, that is open, and then go to your folder, your web design folder, and open up that web design folder. And I want to quickly point out something before we move on. This here is our website which we have created. Let me open that in our notepad. Okay, so this is our website which we have been working on, and I added a few more HTML options, a few more design to our CSS property. I added a few more properties to that, and as you can see, it looks quite tedious using an internal style sheet, because both your style sheet, that is your CSS, and your HTML will be in one document. And if for instance you are using you are working with just one website, it will not be too tedious for you. But imagine if you have hundreds of web page and you have to reference them all to a particular style sheet. It will be advisable for you to use an external style sheet. So what we do with the external style sheet is simple. Before we do that, I want to open our website for you to see. Okay, this is how it is rendered on our website. What we have done so far using our internal style sheets, this is what it looks like on our website. I want you to keep a meta picture of this, because when we take all of this CSS rule and put in our external style sheet, this will not change, it will remain the same. So I just want you to take an external a meta picture of this, so that you see when we are done with this that there won't be any marked difference. Okay, so the first thing we do here, we're going to go back to our home screen. The first thing we will do here is we created this test document, right? So we're going to go and copy everything in our HTML document, all of the CSS rule in our HTML document. I'm simply just going to copy it. Okay, and we'll cut and then paste it in our test document, the fresh test document that we have just created. So we'll paste all of that CSS in here. So this now becomes our style sheet. What we're simply going to do now is we'll click on file, we click on save as. Okay, click on save as, and we are going to name this new style.css. we are telling our computer that this is a CSS document. We'll come down here and select all files. Okay, so then we'll save this and it will show up in our home screen. Yes, that happened. Okay, so we're simply just going to take this now. Let's close this down first. We're simply just going to drag this into our web design folder. Okay, so now we have both our HTML document, which is this, and our CSS document in one place in our web design folder. So it's a cascading style sheets, and our system recognizes it. So what we do next, now that we have both our HTML document and our CSS document inside one file, okay, so we are now going, we can now delete all the CSS rule that we had in our previous HTML document, and of course we're not going to need this, so we'll delete this as well. Okay, and I already typed this out because this is how you reference your CSS document from within your HTML document. So this particular link here is telling your system that you are to style this particular HTML document using this CSS document. So how you do that is simple. Remember, we named this as our new style. We named this CSS document as new style. So we simply just say link. Href is equals to new style.css, and then you don't forget to add your rel equals to style sheet. So you are telling the system that this is a style sheet. So we are just going to save this, and then we'll go back to our web browser and refresh, and you see that nothing changes. As we are refreshing, nothing changed. But what we have done now is, if you look at our HTML document, is more coherent and it is easier to work with, and it is cleaner because we don't have CSS and HTML inside one document. Instead, we have our CSS document here in a separate file, and we have our HTML document here in a separate file. So that is how you create an external style sheet. Okay, and we are going to keep this particular format for our subsequent videos. That should do it for this video. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in our next class.